dreams come true. There's no limit to what we can do. Turning no's to yes, leaving doubt behind, releasing the stress. We were born to shine.
You're now tuned in to the Sade Champagne Show. With the cast, Christina Renee, Rick and Melissa Wood, Lisa Lewalt, Veronica Escobar winners, Ariana Carree, and Ayakule Falama. Celebrity guest interviews, segments on health, wellness, creativity, entrepreneurship, spirituality, hot topics, and more. You're now tuned in to the Sade Champagne Show.
Good evening, everyone. That was Carree with I Am Not My Hair featuring Akon. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 31 of the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio. Including tonight, we only have 4 more weeks until our Season 2 finale. Every episode is available on iTunes. Search the Sade Champagne Show, and you can download them for free. Also, my Sade Champagne YouTube channel is another place where you can listen to the show afterwards. Thanks to everyone who tunes in from all around the globe. All the episodes of my show are available at blogtalkradio.com/grindhard_radio. I've also posted the direct link to this episode on my Twitter and Facebook and Instagram pages, so you can tune in at any time. Thank you to Travis Miller for creating and producing my show's theme song, and to Scott Swish for mixing it. If this is your first time listening in, I'm a professional musical artist, performer, inspirational speaker, and entrepreneur. I have created, directed, and executive produced over 200 charitable and inspirational events, including my popular Power of a Dream tour. I love mentoring, coaching, authentically being myself, and using my platform to encourage, empower, and bring out the gold in others. Tonight is our Black Girls Rock special episode. Get ready to be uplifted, empowered, entertained, and inspired. We have motivational messages from some of the influential women who inspire not only me, but also hundreds and thousands of people all around the world. In all my 29 years of life, I've never been more confident and proud of my mind, heart, spirit, hair, body, face, skin, and dreams. Even though the media likes to divide and discredit us, I want to unite and encourage us. This episode is not only for Black women and girls, but for all women and girls. Join me with Tiffany Dena Loftin, Kerry Coddett, Ericka Arthur, Eboni Erica, a.k.a. 2LaLa1, Stikks, a.k.a. This Can Help Someone, Amber J. Phillips, Kamiil Lynee Al-Hassan, J.Anise, Charisse Christine, an interview with Dr. Jael The Great, and my castmate, Ariana Carree, is bringing her final Supermodel and Youth segment of the season. Dr. Jael The Great is a professor, life coach, and dynamic motivational speaker who is passionate about spreading the message that you are perfect for your purpose. She honed her craft as a life coach and motivational speaker while working as a facilitator for the world-famous motivational legend Les Brown at his How to Become a Millionaire workshop. That opportunity, coupled with her being able to meet Oprah Winfrey and see her in her element and experience her giving spirit, inspired Jael to become all that God has created her to be. As an actress and singer-songwriter, she has worked with some of the greatest talents alive today, including Tyler Perry, Robert Townsend, Kim Fields, Loretta Devine, Jennifer Holliday, Isaac Carree, and Angie Stone. She's a graduate of the Jackson State University, and Dr. Jael The Great is a professor at Spelman College. So if you guys know, I was at my tour. We were in Fresno this past Sunday performing at the Big Fresno Fair, and we had a phenomenal time. I want to thank them for inviting us out and for always showing us so much support. We had an amazing crowd, and the fair is huge there, and it's so packed all the time, and we just really enjoyed ourselves. Fresno's like our third home. My Power of a Dream Tour is always booking new shows and performances. This fall, we will be in San Luis Obispo, Ventura, Oxnard, Orange County, Fresno again, Sacramento, and more. We love traveling, and if you're looking to bring Power of a Dream Tour or any of our award-winning, critically acclaimed artists or speakers to your city or event, please email me at sadechampagnemusic@gmail.com. That's sadechampagnemusic@gmail.com for more details. Check out my Facebook page, Sade Champagne, to see our full schedule. Just look under events, and then you can see everything. Lastly, thank you to everyone who has been watching, sharing, and subscribing to all my new videos. Your support continues to amaze me. I'm constantly writing new pieces and creating new songs, and I'm going into the recording studio soon. You're actually going to hear one of my new spoken word pieces tonight. To find out more about my musical journey and how you can be involved, check out GoFundMe.com/Sade Champagne Music. Once again, that's GoFundMe.com/Sade Champagne Music. I'm live tweeting and posting on Facebook all show long, and we want to know your thoughts. Tweet me at Sade Champagne, and that's spelled SadeChampagne, or Facebook me at Sade Champagne. You can Instagram, I am Sade Champagne, hashtag Sade Champagne Show, or GHR to join in the conversation. Shout out to everybody. You guys always tweet me, you Facebook me, Instagram, YouTube, email me. You let me know all the time how much you support, and I'm thankful for that. I just received some comments from people in Africa who are inspired by the show and what I do and who I am and my music, and so I want to thank you guys for that. Knowing that I'm able to reach people all around the world is really encouraging and empowering to me, and so I just want to thank every single person.
We are going to kick off this episode with some mini inspirational messages and live spoken word poetry from Ericka Arthur, a.k.a. Indigo Interlude, Tiffany Dena Loftin, Eboni and Erica, a.k.a. 2LaLa1, Charisse Christine, and Kamiil Lynee Al-Hassan. These women are lighting it up in their careers and communities, impacting hundreds of thousands of lives all around the world through their voices, social media, creativity, entrepreneurship, and more. These queens are sharing why they are Black girls who rock and what it means to them. Also, they're giving you some vital words of encouragement. At the end of this segment, I will be sharing an original spoken word poem of mine titled Not Your Type, In My Skin. And this is the first time I have ever shared this spoken word poem with anyone publicly. And so you guys get to hear it first.
Respect me, ye shall. I'm more than a screenshot or even a back shot. Respect me, ye shall. Don't call me queen and then treat me like a jester. Black girls rock, rockabye, not your baby. I'm more than a hashtag. I am heaven on earth. A gift, not to be treasured as though I'm trash, but treasured as though I am the treasure that I am. She treated me the way you treated me, disrespected me because you gave her the okay. Disrespect me, you will no more. Respect me, ye shall. I am there for you, even when you're not there for you. I am holding you, even when you are not cognizant that you need to be held. Respect me, ye shall. Supporting you, not as a crutch, but as someone who sees your worth, not as a cradle, but as someone who sees your potential. Be clear. I'm in your life for a reason. Respect me, ye shall. Support, encouragement, and focus. Together, the world is ours.
First, y'all, let's be very clear. Acknowledging that Black girls rock is a radical act of resistance. It is to say that despite society's standards, cultural norms, and history of patriotism in this country, that blackness matters. The gift of my blackness and how I decide to operate in my skin, how I decide to love my skin and maneuver in society is fire, it's dope, it's on bleak, it's lemonade, it's awesome. Saying that I rock is affirming, and saying it every time as in this many seconds is boosting my morale. When I have been shackled into never feeling like I was enough, like I was never lovable or influential, saying Black Girls Rocks removes the barriers. I'm a Black girl who rocks because with all of my baggage, from where I come from in Los Angeles, California, I still am dedicated to the fight, laughing, and organizing young people, workers, and people of color to fight for a world that will give them all dignity and freedom and justice. In this year alone, Black women have dominated the Olympics, we have carried the White House, we have forced a national paradigm shift to addressing state violence against Black bodies. We have served as directors of movies, artists, dancers, writers, authors, and we've also served in making sure that Black women this year have been state attorneys, teachers, trainers, organizers of the labor movement, and CEOs, hustlers, and mothers of empire. It is an obligation in all of us to find and love the rock inside of ourselves when the country has been built with our rocks. They would never celebrate us. It is our right to proclaim the truth that Black girls have been necessary for every huge political and cultural shift in this country. When you truly learn to love yourself and the legacy of our mothers and our grandmothers who know the real definition of sacrifice, strength, and power, then, and only then, can we understand why Black Girls Rocks is a statement of resistance, positive transformation revolution, both personally and politically. It is not enough to say Black Girls Rock to other Black girls. It's not even enough for us to say it about ourselves. We need to say it and proclaim it to those who are not Black girls. So join me in singing it, tweet about it, tag it. Black Girls Rock. We always have. And we have the magic, and we are definitely real. My name is Tiffany Dena Loftin, and I am a Black girl who rocks.
For us, when we say we're Black girls who rock, it's coming from a place of speaking good things of yourself, over your life, over your circumstances, and in no way is it a diss to other races, and we're most definitely not pushing the inferiority card by saying, oh, we're better than you. It's not that. It's affirmation. As Black women, we need to talk to ourselves, and we need to talk ourselves up, especially in a society that doesn't do it enough for us as it is. In a society where if we wear our hair a certain way, we're put into a negative light, or God forbid, we stand up for ourselves, or anything for that matter. We're portrayed as that angry Black woman or that loud ghetto chick that needs to be silenced. No. Power lives in the tongue, We have to speak positive affirmations over ourselves, and that's crucial. I mean, I am a woman, I'm a Black woman, and I will rock this interview, I will rock this test, and I will rock this vote. By the way, don't forget to vote. But yeah, I just rock. And just to piggyback off of that, Black girls who rock are women and girls who are all for helping each other. And I know a lot of times, like, Black women, just women in general, are portrayed in a negative light by the media. They're always fighting each other, competing with each other, tearing each other down, like stomping each other while they're already down. And there's just not enough Black women to Black women encouragement going on. And that's why I want to encourage other Black women to build each other up, help each other out. We've said this many times before, and I know we probably sound like broken records, but let's just stop all this competing. Let's just encourage each other, build each other up. Let's be powerful together. And again, we'll say this, we've always said this, but there's room at the top for everybody. Right. And just to end on that, while we do have to have this we mentality, it's also good to remember that favor sometimes does not have a we mentality. Favor, we all have our own lane, and sometimes blessings come on certain people, and it may not be coming on your life, and you kind of get down and discouraged. And sometimes social media is kind of like that pushes that. Like,
yeah.
Ericka said one time that social media, what do you say, it's like a highlight reel.
Yeah, it is a highlight reel, and you can easily get caught up in looking at other people's highlight reel, and you start comparing yourself to the other person, and with that breeds jealousy and everything, and it can become really dangerous, to your insides as well, like your emotions and all that. So that's why, like she said, everybody has their own lane.
Everybody has their own season as well. So
exactly.
Your season's coming, sometimes it comes on someone else and you're struggling, or say it comes on you and there's someone else looking at you thinking, oh man, I want to be in her shoes. So just, keep that mindset that your season's coming, just stay focused and, keep rocking.
Yep.
Hey, it's Charisse Christine, and I believe that I am a Black girl who rocks because I took the dive into entrepreneurship and just really wanted to pursue my two biggest passions in life, which are beauty and business. So I combined them together to create a career that not only is super fulfilling for me, but just so incredibly meaningful, where I am able to get online and get on the internet to inspire and empower other women through my YouTube channel every single day. And I can honestly say it just really means the world to me that I am able to do that. So I choose to live life on my own terms. I choose to wake up every single morning and embrace who I am as an individual and to love myself and just to be myself unapologetically. And I encourage all of you to do the same, especially in a world full of stereotypes where people are just constantly trying to fit us into a box. It's so, so, so important to stand out and be yourself and to love yourself, because we are who we are, and that's okay. We shouldn't have to apologize for it anymore. So wear your hair how you want to wear it, dress how you want, talk any way you please, because at the end of the day, stereotypes do not define us, and they never will. All Black girls rock in our own different and unique ways, so feel free to embrace your passions and to pursue them and to love your interests and share them with the world, because I truly believe that we're all special and we have something beautiful to share with this world. So don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone and live your truth. Our melanin is magical, so always remember that who you are matters.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Kamiil, and I am talking about why I am a Black woman who rocks, and what it means to me to be a Black woman that rocks. So I am a Black woman that rocks because I feel like I help to find the jewels and the gems in other Black women and Black girls, and just people in general. I feel like being a Black woman and being a Black girl is specifically something that is unique. We go through things that are so different than other populations, and we need each other in order to get through this life, being a Black woman in these Black shoes. And being a Black girl and having role models of Black women to look up to and create community with. And honestly, I feel so connected to Black women and Black girls because I feel like part of me always craved a relationship that was symbolic and that validated my Blackness and validated who I am, that was positive. I think growing up, Black women and Black girls are pitted against each other. Oh, she has longer hair, or she has lighter skin, or she has too much attitude, or she has too much of this or too much of that. And to be a Black woman who rocks and a Black woman who is proud of her Blackness and a Black girl who rocks and is proud of her identities, we have to stop thinking that we're too much of anything or not enough of something else. We have a duty to our ancestors to literally build each other up, and I feel so passionate about building each other up and allowing us to recognize, highlight, and exercise the light within us and within others, and being able to recognize their light and allow them to shine as well. It's important to recognize our truth, own our truth, and be able to magnify each other. And I think that's something that in the Black community we do not do enough of. And in order to change that, we have to start somewhere. And that's why it's essential for us to speak about what it means to be a Black woman, what it means to be a Black girl, and how that varies and how that's different from any other identity or any other population. We go through so much. We wear so many different hats. We carry so much on our backs. We literally are the foundation of so much in our communities. And we have to own the fact that it's okay to not be strong. It's okay to be transparent. It's okay to feel the need for support and love and encouragement. And I think in order to be a Black woman who rocks or a Black girl who rocks, we have to identify our differences while also celebrating our similarities. That's essential, and also to build a community of support. I feel so passionate about Black women and Black girls, and I am literally a vessel, and I am here, and I know my purpose is to be here to encourage all of us to do the same. I'm a strong advocate for mentorship and finding folks that you feel comfortable with and that you feel comfortable in being your authentic self with. I feel like I need to extend the offer for Black women and Black girls to feel okay being your authentic self. Once we develop that internal self-work and of recognizing who we are and being able to share that light, I think that we can do so much and we will have such a stronger impact on not only our communities, but in the greater community and in the world. I am an advocate for all things Black, all things Black womanhood, and all things Black girls, and just the Black community in general. So I'm hoping that I can be a vessel and help inspire others to see the light within themselves and be true to who they are, and create communities of support and love within Black communities, specifically with Black women and Black girls. So thank you so much, and I really appreciate the opportunity to share. And keep being you. Love, 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 and thank you.
Not your type. In my skin. I finally come to terms with who I am and how I look. I like what I see in the mirror. Every woman longs to be loved, to be appreciated and adored. Pretty sure I'd found it in you. You seemed to see into my soul. I breathed a sigh of relief because the pressure can take a toll. Your friends, they make comments. "Oh, look at that girl, she's just your type." While I'm sitting there, heart sinking. I don't look like any of them. And it hurts. They don't have any idea that I just started to fit in my skin. I consider myself a win. No longer trying to fit in. I am already good enough. And as much as I love you, I will never again think less of myself or try to be someone else. I wonder if they even see how much their jokes and jabs pierce me. I'll never look like her or her or her. In the past, I would have let insecurity prevail, listening and replaying all the negative thoughts until jealousy led me into a pit of hell. But today, even though their words may sting, I remember that every part of me is beautiful. She's pretty, but so am I. Equally, uniquely, individually, you'll never find another woman like me. I will celebrate my face, my features, my skin, my hair, my body, all of my being. And if I'm not your type, then keep it moving. Next up, we have Alicia Keys with Back to Life from the Queen of Copway soundtrack. This is one of the most incredible and stellar films I have seen in my entire life. I saw it with my mom recently, and I was in tears, mostly happy ones, for the entire movie, to see how this precious young girl and other kids rose from the slums of Uganda to live their dreams, to learn, to expand their minds, to expand their hearts, really impacted my life, and it reminded me of the power of a dream. And to see through this film, there were so many black superheroes and so many strong black characters, women and men, and families coming together really, really encouraged my soul and my spirit, because we're not used to seeing movies like this in theaters and on a worldwide scene. It just doesn't happen like that. But I think it's important for people to see these films and have their minds expanded to know that there's so much more than what we see around us, and also that nothing is impossible. And the people in the film are so beautiful inside and out. And I would encourage everyone to go see this. And you're listening to the Black Girls Rock special on the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio. When I'm looking for a yummy and tasty dessert treat, I turn to Mighty Bites Cupcakes and Catering. Andrea catered for my birthday party last year, and her cupcakes were a big hit. What I love most about these tiny cupcakes is how fluffy and moist they are, melting in my mouth with every bite. She has many flavors to choose from so that every kind of taste bud can be satisfied. Mighty Bites specialties include custom catering, drop-off meals, personal event and meal planning, cupcakes, cookies, pie pops, and other specialty desserts. Andrea says, if you're hungry, I'll feed you. Call 805-216-9444. Once again, that's 805-216-9444 to place your order. Her website is mightybites.vpweb.com. You can also email mightybitescupcakes@gmail.com. Once again, that's mightybitescupcakes@gmail.com to place your order. Or Facebook, Mighty Bites Cupcakes. She is located at 1401 Tower Square in Ventura, California, and services all of Ventura County. If you are interested in maintaining good health, then you need to take Juice Plus. Juice Plus is raw, vine-ripened fruits and veggies in a capsule or gummy. Think of it as a salad bar and a capsule. Juice Plus is the most thoroughly researched nutritional brand name product on the planet, and that is why so many health professionals around the world recommend it to everyone. Juice Plus is a natural and wonderful way to get thousands of phytonutrients into our bodies every day. We need more fruits and vegetables. We can't get enough. We don't eat variety. We don't consistently eat 7 to 13 servings a day, and this is an easy and convenient way to bridge the gap. It really doesn't get any simpler to get healthy. It is absolutely doable and affordable, and children can get it for free with the Juice Plus Company's Children's Health Study. Children who take Juice Plus are more aware of their health, they eat more fruits and veggies, they are drinking more water, and they do better in the classroom and on the athletic field. The Juice Plus Company is truly committed to inspiring healthy living around the world. If you need more fruits and veggies every day, which we all do, please contact our Healthy Living Ambassador, Raquel Pimentel, at 408-650-4717. Once again, that's 408-650-4717.
Hi, you're tuned in to Grind Hard Radio. This is Ayokunle Falomo from the Sharing Your Story segment on the Sade Champagne Show. Keep listening.
Welcome back to the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio. You're listening to our Black Girls Rock special, and our special celebrity guest is on the line. Dr. Jael The Great is a professor, life coach, and dynamic motivational speaker who is passionate about spreading the message that you are perfect for your purpose. Jael The Great's passionate quest for excellence has propelled her to great levels of personal success. She has honed her craft as a life coach and motivational speaker while working as a facilitator for world-famous motivational legend Les Brown at his How to Become a Millionaire workshop. That opportunity, coupled with her being able to meet Oprah Winfrey and see her in her element and experience her giving spirit, inspired Jael to become all that God has created her to be. As an actress and singer-songwriter, she has worked with some of the greatest talents alive today, including Tyler Perry, Robert Townsend, Ken Fields, Loretta Devine, Jennifer Holliday, Isaac Carree, and Angie Stone. A graduate of D. Jackson State University, Jael The Great is a professor at Spelman College. She has been featured as a keynote speaker for conferences, workshops, and schools across the country. Jael is the author of the new book, How to Keep Your Daughter from Doing What You Wish You Hadn't, and the creator of several popular workshop series, including Back to Basics, a guide to dating and relationships. We'll be taking your calls and questions for Jael and me throughout this interview, so feel free to call us at 323-693-3043 and press 1 to chat with us. If you're already listening in through that number, just press 1 so I can bring you into the show. Jael, how are you doing tonight?
I am amazing. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. We're so glad to have you on the Sade Champagne Show for our Black Girls Rock Special, Season 2, Episode 31.
I'm so honored. Oh, thank you for having me.
For those of you who don't know, I met Jael actually earlier this year. I don't know, was it March or April? Time has gone by so fast, but I met her at the Empowerment Women's Retreat that was put on by Adoxy Bridges, and she's also known as Ludacris's wife, but she does so much more. She has an amazing charity called Unspoken Angels, and she had Jael as one of the celebrity guest speakers, and so I loved hearing her story that day, and we've been in touch ever since. So I knew I had to have her star on this show tonight, and I look forward to us collaborating more.
Oh, thank you.
So for those who are just getting to know you, please let everyone know how you got your start in education and the entertainment industry.
Oh, my gosh. First of all, hi, everybody. How are you? I just love everybody. I hope everybody's doing just absolutely amazing. Oh, my God. How did I get my start in education and entertainment? Everything, honestly, Sade, like my life has completely been God-led. Like that's the only way I know how to explain it. Like my intent was to go to college, become an attorney, and that's it. Just be an attorney. That was my intent. But God had other plans for me. So I'm gonna try to make a long story short. I moved to Atlanta to go to law school at Emory. When I moved here, I didn't know this was a place for entertainment. I started meeting people in entertainment. I started singing. I was singing first before I even was acting. I started singing. When I worked at jobs, people knew that I was singing. They would say, "Oh, Jael, there's an audition for something. You should audition." So I went to audition with something for Robert Townsend. He became my mentor. I started working with him. Everything was just God ordering my steps. From there, because it was a singing and acting audition. I wasn't really thinking I was ever going to be like an actress professionally, but that's the way it happened. From there I met a guy. God was like, go to Little 5 Points. I was like, for what? You know how God talks to us. So I went to Little 5 Points. I met a guy named Dwayne Boyd. Dwayne Boyd was like, have you ever thought about acting? And I was like, I can, but not really. Anyway, he told me to come to his acting class. From there on, the rest is history. I've worked with so many great people. I have a movie coming out on TV One called Wonderful Christmas. So you guys look out for that. I play Hannah. Yeah. So just so much. So I'm education. Okay, education. I used to be a radio personality. So people would always have me to come speak at their events, and that's how my speaking started. So I was speaking at all these different events. Because I became a professional speaker. A guy that I met named Rafael, he's a professor at Spelman College. He said, Jael, they need a professor to teach public speaking. I think you'd be perfect. I went interviewed with the dean. She loved me. I've been teaching at Spelman. So it's just like my steps have really been ordered.
I think it's exciting, too, because you're able to tap in to so many different dynamics, and avenues. Like you're equally an educator and equally an entertainer. And I think that's really dynamic, because most people tend to only or choose one side of the brand over the other, but I feel like you are a blend of both.
Oh, thank you. Yes. And, to whom much is given, much is required. So I'm really thankful for all of my gifts and talents. And I encourage people not to limit themselves. Of course, you have to be structured and you manage your activity. I tell, because people always ask me, how do you do it all? And I tell them, I said, you can't manage time. That's impossible. There will always be 60 seconds in a minute. There will always be an hour. But you can manage your activity. You manage your activity. So if I have a book coming out, I take time and work on my book. If I'm cast in a movie, you shoot your movie, you're done. Then you go on to the next thing. So you just manage your activity and don't limit yourself. If you have gifts and talents inside of you, don't be afraid to pursue them. Don't be afraid.
You always say so many quote-worthy things, and I end up quoting you. As I was telling her, you guys saw I posted recently about validation is for parking. You don't need anyone to validate you. God already did that when he created you. And everyone was just like, like, comment, share, and they really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So when did you decide to make this your life, and were your family and friends supportive of your decision?
Yes, my family and friends have been very supportive. Like I tell people, I have a really good foundation, which is a blessing. And if you don't, it doesn't matter because you still create your world with your words and you make a decision to be great in spite of what you may not have gotten growing up. But for my story, I have an incredible foundation. So my parents instilled in me greatness. They instilled in me to love myself. They taught me to be confident. They taught me to be kind. So because I got that, I give that. It's important for me. I want everybody to have the best, to live the best life, to be loved the best because you can be. It's possible. You can pursue your dreams and you could be successful no matter what you go through because I've been through some hell and back. I have. But I'm still here. And I can teach people that in spite of life, you make a decision to be great. You make a decision to get up the next day. You make a decision to forgive. You make a decision to believe. So, I have a great foundation, and I do the work, Sade. I study. You know what I mean? I listen to great things. I affirm. I speak my affirmations. I make sure that I'm pouring into myself so that I can give out. I work on me every single day.
That's good. And so, with this being our Black Girls Rock special, share with us why you are a Black girl who rocks, and what does that mean to you?
It's so cute. I am a Black girl that rocks because I have chosen to use my gifts and talents to serve humanity. Like, you know what I mean? We're here to serve. So I believe that's why I rock. I believe I rock because, first of all, God created me. He thought enough of me to create me. So why? Because we're here, number one. Even if some of us have not done our purpose yet, and we haven't quite gotten it together the way we think we should, it's working. You're getting there. You know what I mean? So you rock because of that. So, I think that's a Black girl who rocks. A Black girl who rocks is a Black girl or any girl who tries, who dares to dream, who has the audacity to dream big, who has the audacity to pursue and to believe that she's worthy.
That's really good. And so have you always been a leader and confident in yourself, or is that something you grew into over time?
I would tell people this. So I have a big sister. And when I was growing up, I was the ultimate tomboy. Like, nobody believes me, but I still am. I'm such a tomboy. But when I was growing up, I was like straight tomboy. Like sports, I played soccer, volleyball, basketball, track. I was a tomboy. But my sister was so prissy. Oh my God! Like my sister was like the princess, right? So my sister would pour certain things into me. My mom and dad too, of course. But my sister would say things to me like, I will never forget, Sade. I was like 16 years old. We were driving in the car, and a guy pulled up next to us in a BMW. And I'm 16. I'm young, He pulled up in the BMW. He had on a nice suit, and I remember saying to my sister, I was like, oh my God. I was like, I think I will be intimidated by him. Girl, my sister pulled the car over. It was like a movie scene. And she was like, don't you ever be intimidated by a man. So my sister say things to me. I remember that. I remember I was listening to a magazine, and I was like, oh, my God, this girl is so pretty. My sister was like, so are you. You know what I mean? Everybody has a different pretty.
So don't compare. Don't ever compare your pretty to somebody else's pretty. So my sister helped shape, and she created a monster, she says. But my sister helped build my confidence. And then I just made the decision to believe, Sade, what God said about me. He said, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. I created you to be great. I will make your name great. So I made a decision to believe everything that he has said about me and not to listen to what man says about me. So it comes from God.
That's so good. That's so good. I'm taking notes as I'm writing, guys, because she's got so many amazing quotes, and I'm about to be sharing them nonstop. So get ready for it.
Thank you.
So why are self-image and confidence so important, Jael?
Oh, my God. It's so important for you to believe in you and to be confident. Because, number one, you know my slogan, Sade. My slogan is you are perfect for your purpose. That means that the way God created you is perfect for your purpose and for your destiny and what you're called and created to do. So how dare you not be confident? How dare you not like your skin complexion or your height or whatever when God created you that way, or your personality? Like, I have a big personality. That's God created me that way. I'm an actress. I need to be animated. I'm supposed to be the way that I am. I can't be in fear. I'm called to do great things, so I have to be lively and bubbly and fun and energetic and fearless. So however God made you, he designed you for your purpose. So you should be confident in that. The way you look is perfect for you. You don't worry about how anybody else looks. Whoever is for you is going to love you. You know, my husband loves me. I'm not concerned about what another woman looks like. It could be so many women in the room, but he's attracted to me. You know what I mean? So I think it's important for us to be confident in our gifts and our abilities and our talents and not to compare ourselves to other people in an unhealthy way. You are your competition. You try to be better than you the next day. You know what I mean? So you have to be confident. It takes you so far when you walk into a room and you exude that confidence that God has given you. It's very important. It's very important. Because when you're not confident, you make poor decisions. You settle. You know what I mean? You settle because you don't feel like you're good enough. No, you are good enough. You're worthy. You're worthy of the best. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so good.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about the time when you wanted to quit, and how did you overcome that moment? It can be professionally or personally.
When I wanted to quit, girl. I think for me, the people who are listening, you know, I wrote a book called Loving Your Daughter to Greatness. My daughter and I wrote it together, and I had my daughter very young. So that was a very difficult time in my life because it was a time that I was in fear. I was pregnant by the first guy that I ever dated. You had a lot of that going on. He was making some poor decisions in our relationship. So I wanted to quit, I wanted to abort my daughter. I felt like this is not something I should do. So that was a very difficult time of my life, but I overcame it because, I stopped operating in fear. And, I had the courage to tell my parents, my situation. They loved me through it. That's why the book is called Loving Your Daughter to Greatness. You must love people when they have made mistakes and they're going through. It's already difficult. So that's the time they need you to be the most compassionate towards them. So that helped me get through it. My faith in God, having a great support system helped me get through it. But this is the thing I want to say, Sade. Again, everybody doesn't have that situation. There are some young ladies who go through that, and they have to be their own confidence. They have to be their own cheerleader. You know what I mean? So I want women to know out there who are going through some things, and they might not have a support system, that you be your own support system. You look yourself in the mirror, and you say, I'm worthy. I'm blessed. I deserve love no matter what I've done. You know what I mean? So just in case there are people listening who may not have a supportive parent, who may not have a supportive husband, who may not have that support system, you be your support system. And God loves you more than anything. You need to support the most important love. But I want to add that too.
That's so true and really important. So you actually went into my next question. Tell us more about your book, Loving Your Daughter to Greatness, and where people can get it.
Okay. My daughter and I wrote a book together called Loving Your Daughter to Greatness, and it started out, I wanted my daughter to have some tidbits, just some things that maybe I didn't know as a teenager, maybe, maybe no one told me, and things people told me to help me get through life. So I started jotting some things down, like love yourself and make choices based on that. Have friends from different nationalities. Just some different things I wanted her to know. And then for her, then I included my daughter because it's important for me to make sure she has a legacy. So for her portion of the book, she took a survey of her peers, and she said, what are some questions that you want to ask your parents but you are afraid to? And she also has questions from a teen, parenting advice from a teen's perspective. So because what I've learned as a mother is you have to create a culture in your home where your children can talk to you about anything. If you don't, they begin talking to the wrong people, and then they start making wrong decisions. You know what I mean? There is no perfect child. There is no perfect parent. But if we start by loving on our children, allowing them to be able to talk to us about anything, being able to give them the right information, we can save them from a lot of things that they would have gone through if they didn't have that information from us. So that's our book, and you can get it on my website. Everything is Jael The Great. My name is spelled Jael, but my website is jaelthegreat.com, and you can order my book on my website.
And for everyone who's listening, Jael is exactly who you think she is. She is exactly like this in person. This is who she is all day long. I got to spend so much time with her when we met, and in seeing her in person when she was on the platform and afterwards, and seeing her through social media, this is exactly who she is. And so that's one of the things I adore her about her so much, is she's a very authentic woman and transparent and so sincere. And so for you to know that when you're being encouraged and inspired by her, it's the real deal.
Oh, thank you.
I want to remind everyone that we are taking your questions and your calls, your questions via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just use Sade Champagne Show hashtag, or also you can call in at 323-693-3043 and press 1. If you're already listening in, just press 1 so I can see you in the studio. Once again, that's 323-693-3043 and press 1 so I can see you in the studio. So this is a topic I'm very passionate about, and I know that you are as well. What romantic advice would you give women and young girls that you have learned over the years?
Oh, my God, romantic advice. Okay, number one, before you even start thinking about romance, you have to know who you are. That's the first thing. It all boils down to confidence and identity. So before a young lady even starts entertaining dating, it's important for her to know who she is and to know her worth and her value and to know that she's precious. Number one, before you start entertaining people, you need to know that about yourself, because you need that foundation, because you're going to meet different types of people who will say and tell you different types of things. And if you don't know who you are, you will start getting lost in what people say to you or may, try to do to you. So number one, know your worth and your value. Even young girls who are starting to date and like boys, I think it's important to tell my students at Spelman, write down the type of guy that, that you feel like you should date. Write it down, even if you're 13 years old. He should, I want him, whoever I date should be polite. He should make good grades. He should come from a good home. He should be respectful. Write that down. And especially, as we get older, what type of man do you desire? If you want to date somebody, what are some attributes that he should have? He should, the guy that I date should have character and integrity. The guy that I date should have a relationship with God. Whatever you desire, the guy that I date, if he has children, should be a great father to his children, because, why would you date somebody that's not taking care of their children? I mean, that doesn't make sense. Anyway, so write down what you desire. That way you have a roadmap. That way when somebody comes along and they don't have any of those characteristics that you believe you deserve, why am I entertaining him? This is not on my list of great qualities. And I'm not talking about superficial. He has to be 6'9" with green eyes. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about heart issues, character, integrity. So I think it's important we need to teach our girls young. Write down what type of guy you would like to date. Who do you see yourself with? And that changes in time, but the basics don't change. So that that's the second thing. Another thing is, this is what I tell my students at Spelman too. when you're dating somebody, when you guys start dating and you are in relationships, if you are dating somebody and they are not the divine selection for your life, if they are not the person that you're going to end up marrying, the relationship must end. It's inevitable. So I tell my girls who are 19 and 20, why are you getting so caught up in somebody that's temporary? Stop not eating, depressed, sad. Oh, y'all not even gonna be together in 6 months? If he's not your husband, it has to end. It's inevitable. I don't care how much you cry, stop eating, don't want to go out. That's why you doing all that. Nobody's worth that. If he's not the divine selection, you don't want him anyway. So you have to learn how to date. Like women, I mean, this is, girl, I can go on and this is a whole, we got to have a whole separate topic about dating and relationships.
I know we're going to, but I want you to finish your thoughts too on this, and we're going to definitely bring you back giving advice that women need to hear. Keep going.
Okay, so third thing, if you're dating, when you are dating a guy, understand that. And so that way you know how to go into it. You don't sell your soul. You don't compromise your beliefs. You don't having sex with him is never going to keep him. It doesn't. It's not. It never will. It never has. It never will. So anything you choose to do it because it's something that you want to do, not because you're being forced to do it, because it's not going to keep him. I don't care how pretty you think you are. I don't care how, it's not going to, if he's not for you, it's going to end. So you might as well have character, and you might as well have integrity. You might as well love yourself and be confident. I teach my daughters, that's my daughters. Well, they are my daughters, I guess. But I teach my students at Spelman, when you go out on a date, sit in the car. You let him open the door for you. You have to teach people how to treat you. You understand? Like, sit there. I tell them, they laugh, but I'm like, I'm serious. Because men only do men do what you allow them to do. That's how they're made. If a guy can be dating me, and I'll just say a girl, Lisa, okay? Yeah. Depending on how Lisa and I are, he's going to treat us differently. When a guy meets Jael The Great, this is before I got married, but I knew I was a wife, so I carried myself as such. I knew I was a wife. Wow. Any man who met me knew, okay, this one right here, this is the wife. I can't play with her. She's not a jump off. So you need to talk to the others, because you can tell in my demeanor, my essence, and my aura. So I would tell young ladies, that's why you got to know who you are. Carry yourself as such. If you know you're not a jump off, if you know you're not a side chick, don't act like one. You know what I mean? Become who you desire to be. If you know you want to get married one day, even if it's way in the future, you got to start practicing those wifely qualities now and respecting yourself. I mean, I can say so much, but that's,
Well, I'm definitely bringing her back on, because I believe she has so much wisdom in this area and really helping to bring women, through and from a place of value and identity and worth. And that's one of the things I also adore about you, is you really mentor and instruct and teach from a place of deep value and worth. And so that's huge, not because you're trying to feel good, but from the place of already feeling good about who you are, already loving yourself, and then living from that place. That's huge. That's really huge.
Yes. So thank you. And I want to say this really quickly, because I think this is important for women to know. So for those of you who don't know, I am married. I've been married for 1 year. My husband and I waited until we were married to have sex. We dated before, like 100,000 years ago. So we broke up, not for any integrity reason, but we broke up anyway. So my husband and I, we started back dating. We were like, we're going to wait until we get married to have sex. And so I want women to know that there are men who will wait. Like, if that's what you require, if you don't want to do that, that's on you. I'm not telling you have to do that. But what I'm saying to you is, don't believe what the world says to us about, oh, he's not going to wait, girl. If you don't do it for him, he's going to leave and be with somebody else. Well, what? You don't want him anyway. I just want women to know, if that's what you desire, there is somebody out there who will respect and love you enough to wait on you. I just think that's important. I just want women to know that. And I'm beautiful and gorgeous and fine. So it's not like it was easy for him to wait on me, but he did.
Exactly.
They will wait now.
Yeah, that's good, and it's valuable, because I feel like in our society, people use the physical intimacy as such a crutch instead of really letting people know them from their mind, their heart, and their spirit. That's the deepest way that you can ever know a human being is from that inner being, and then letting the physical come from that place. So I agree with you 100%, and I share that with the young girls I mentor as well a lot. I talk to them about, well, do you really know him from a mind perspective, from a heart perspective, from a spirit perspective, as opposed to just focusing in on the physical of how fine he is or how fine he tells you that you are and all those things. I'm like, that's temporary.
Yes, exactly.
So that's huge. So what words of encouragement and wisdom would you give to up-and-coming educators, entertainers, and artists?
Whatever field you are called to, do it with love. Do it with love, because people can tell the difference, and people need authentic people educating them. There needs to be people, authentic people in the entertainment industry. Like, there needs to be light and love in all areas of life. So whatever you are called to, do it with love and passion and compassion for those that you come in contact with, and be a light. Be a light. We're here to serve. That's why we're here. And whatever our gifting is, we're here to serve. So, it's great to have a servant mentality. The Bible says the servant is the greatest in the kingdom. So, serve with your gifts and love on people. People need love. If you're an educator, love on your students. Even if you have grown students like I do, love on them. You don't know what they're going through at home. In entertainment, all the actors, I was just talking to my friend, there are so many actors and actresses who are so insecure and broken. You have to be strong in this industry. You have to be, I was telling my friend, I'm an actress, but I know who I am. So when I'm auditioning for roles, when I get cast in certain things, I know who I am. I know that God called me to this, so I stand in peace in that. And I don't have to ever compromise who I am and my integrity for a role or for anything else, because I know that I'm called to it, and I know that I'm purpose and destined for this. So that would be my advice to people.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Tell us about your current projects and what you have coming up.
Ooh, okay, so I have a few things coming up. Okay, so I have a Christmas movie coming out, TV One, called Wonderful Christmas. That's coming out. I have 2 shows that I'm shooting pilots for. I'm almost finished. Thank you, Jesus. One is a docu-series about marriage. The second one is a scripted series. So we're almost done shooting the pilots for those. We're going to shop them to the networks. It's going to get picked up by the right network in the right situation. So that's what I have. And I have another book coming out, which is going to be really good. I have to tell you about that off the air, but it's going to be a game changer. I have another book coming out.
Ooh,
so just working on my shows. Yeah, still auditioning for other people's shows, of course, and booking. And I am doing, Sade, what God has called and created me to do, and I'm doing it fearlessly.
Also, tell us what a day, because we have a couple more minutes. Share with us what a day in your life looks like.
Okay, well, since I'm married, I have to cook now, so I cook breakfast for the look, girl. I'm like, I cook, because they have to eat. So no, but I have a husband, so I have to make sure that I, cook and take care of my husband. But I go to the gym. I have a trainer. I work out with her 3 times a week. K-Fit, she's my trainer. She's amazing. I'm auditioning, learning lines. Oh, I just got cast in another movie. Oh my God, I forgot today. But I auditioned for it a month ago. Yes, thank you. Yeah, I forgot. Thank you. So I just got cast in another movie. So learning scripts. So now I got to learn my lines for the movie. I start shooting, I think, what's this month, October? I think I start shooting October 18th. Forgot about that. I just got cast in another film. So, working on my movie, working on my shows, working out, trying to eat right, trying to drink a lot of water. And enjoying my days. Just enjoying my days.
And obviously, and like you talked about with managing your activities, depending on what project you're working on and when you're with your students, you will base it upon that. So that makes perfect sense. Do you have any final words that you'd like to share with our listeners, and then also let people know where they can follow you and stay updated with your career and happenings?
Okay, perfect. You all can stay updated with me. Everything is Jael The Great, literally like Jael, TheGreat.com, Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. You got to follow me on all my social media, though, because I do different things on them. So my Snapchat is actually The Great Jael. So follow me on Snapchat, The Great Jael. Everything else is Jael The Great, Facebook, Instagram. And this is what I want to leave with you all. First of all, I love you all. I love all you beautiful souls that have tuned in. Sade, I love you. Thank you for having me. And I just want to tell everybody, do what you came here to do. Stop allowing people to talk you out of your dreams. Stop talking yourself out of your dreams. You are good enough. You are smart enough. You are talented enough. You can do it. Don't compare yourself to other people. Your journey is your journey. Your time is your time. Just because someone has done this already doesn't mean you're supposed to do it already. When it's your time, it's going to manifest. So in the meantime, speak only what you desire. If you don't want it, don't say it, okay? Because we're creators. And we create our world with our words. So only speak life. Say, I'm blessed. I thank God for the raise. I thank God for the role that I'm being cast for. I thank God for the book. Whatever it is you want to do, just start being thankful for it. Don't say, oh, I don't have it. No, we're not doing that anymore. It's almost a new year, so we're not going to wait until the new year to start being a new person. We're going to start now. So that's what I will leave with you all. I love you so much.
Oh, my goodness, girl. I could talk to you forever. And I can't wait to bring Dr. Jael The Great back on the Sade Champagne Show. She is a phenomenal woman. Yay! Make sure you check her out. And also make sure you get her book, Loving Your Daughter to Greatness, at jaelthegreat.com.
Perfect.
Next up, we have Jasmine Sullivan with Mona Lisa. You're listening to the Black Girls Rock special of the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio. This portion of the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio has been sponsored by Ray Gonzalez, State Farm Agent. He is my agent and the first person I go to for any professional or personal insurance needs. I am always satisfied with his services and everything his agency provides. Ray takes the time and care to make sure that his customers get exactly what they want and need at the most affordable price for their budget. He is one of the most inspirational, efficient, and highly qualified people I have had the pleasure of working with. You can reach him at 805-240-3100. Once again, that's 805-240-3100. His website is sfteam1.com. That's sfteam1.com or sfteam1.com. Are you looking for a dynamic musical artist, performer, host, or inspirational speaker for your next event? What about a mentor, vocal instructor, or workshop leader for your school, company, or seminar? Contact Sade Champagne for countless professional services that are sure to fit your particular need. She is an in-demand, award-winning, and critically acclaimed musical artist, performer, inspirational speaker, and entrepreneur who is invited all around the world. She is known for having a powerful voice, turning ideas into action, creating, directing, and executive producing popular, charitable, and inspirational events, and bringing out the gold in others. Her services are for all ages, backgrounds, and environments. Contact Sade Champagne at SadeChampagnemusic@gmail.com. That's Sade Champagne Music @gmail.com to book her for your next event or project.
Hi, this is Ariana Carree from the Supermodel and You segment. Keep listening to the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio.
Welcome back to the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio. You're listening to our Black Girls Rock special episode. Our next segment of the night is Supermodel and You. Join health enthusiast, model, and inspirational speaker Ariana Carree in creating a lifestyle of finding your inner supermodel, building your confidence, and creating your reality. Hashtag Supermodel and You to ask her your questions and join in the conversation. This is Ariana's last segment of the season, so I know tonight is going to be super juicy. How are you doing tonight, Ariana?
Oh, I am good. I'm excited. I'm just so much so many emotions going through right now. I was just listening to Jael, and she is amazing, and I'm just feeling so inspired by her. So I'm just excited to carry that energy over and continue sharing with you guys my Supermodel and You segment. You know, we're kind of rounding it out here with this last segment, but I really want to continue sharing. So.
Yeah, definitely. So for those who are just tuning in, last time you were on, you were sharing about how you got your start in the modeling industry, that you had been modeling since you were very young and, you know, experienced a lot of success, but because of pressures within the industry, you really started taking on very unhealthy habits for your body and for your spirit and mind. And so if you can pick back up from there and share with us, kind of give a little bit of a recap and go into part 2 of, you know, getting your start into modeling and your journey to, you know, being natural and truly loving who you are, which goes into our Black Girls Rock episode. So go ahead. I'm going to let you take it.
Yes. Okay. Well, to recap, you know, I had mentioned just the pressures of first maturing into a woman and as well being in the industry and, you know, always being critiqued. And so I got into, you know, a place where I had body image issues because I was a young girl and I wasn't sure how to deal with these situations. And, you know, I took unhealthy routes and I ended up, you know, it affected my health in a major way. And it became critical, which, you know, then kind of led me into where I am now. And I, let's see, actually, my birthday is around the corner, and I will be 28 soon. So, and I've been modeling since I was 11. And, you know, maturing in the industry has been interesting, but maturing as a woman in general is hard, especially with all the pressure that we get from our media. And especially now, I feel for our younger generation, I feel that there's a lot more pressure, especially with social media. And, you know, for me growing my image and my brand, I kind of found myself in that trap, I guess you can say. And, you know, I felt like I was losing myself and I was losing my identity. And actually that's the time where I was trying to find my identity. And, you know, that's where I started to succumb to the industry standards of, you know, what the measuring tape says, because I have wide placement hips, you know, and not looking, though, at my physique and my health. And then as well with my look, you know, being racially ambiguous in the industry. You know, I come from a mixed family, mixed culture, and actually very interesting. I have just recently done a genetics test, and now my whole family is on board, and it's quite interesting now just knowing my heritage. And, you know, I have always associated with Black culture, with my grandmother being an African American woman. But then, you know, finding out, you know, my genes, my genetics, I am like 20% sub-Saharan African and things like that. And it's just very interesting now just knowing percentage, and also where my life has brought me to today. I'm actually in Maryland and working in Virginia, and just the culture here, and especially where we're at right now as a society and our young generation, like wakening up with heritage and culture, and just kind of being here and being able to take it in, and now being an adult and really researching history and kind of like understanding my heritage. And so kind of backtracking back into my modeling and where I am, you know, with my image, I didn't know my identity. I grew up in Miami, so there were so many different heritage, and my look was more accepted there. And so when I came to California, and I grew up in the IE in Corona, and when I first moved there, it was either blacks or Mexicans, and they didn't like each other, which was odd for me because, I mean, I came from Miami where everybody's different and everybody gets along. For the most part, but then going there, I actually moved. I was a new student my freshman year of high school, and, the black girls didn't quite accept me because I was very light-skinned and I had, like, the good curly hair, and, like, the Hispanics didn't accept me because I was black. And the white girls, they didn't accept me because I did not look like them. My hair was curly. I had the full lips. And, it was just very interesting. But I was friends with everybody. And that's, like, why, like, now even why I support and resonate with this Black Girl Rock movement, because it's the movement and the empowerment of raising goddesses and the support of the sisterhood. And, it's not just for Black girls, and that's where, like, I want to use my platform to carry it over to other cultures, because, it is definitely a tradition and a culture that I feel that is based on humanity. And that is what's so amazing about, I guess, Queens, the humanity that we have, and, kind of bringing people back to the natural self. And, that's also where my journey had brought me into accepting my identity. And I got to a point where I was straightening my hair so much because different managers, casting directors, agents, directors, whoever, they wanted to see my hair straight. They loved the, Victoria's Secret big body curls, and my hair is very tight curls. It's kinky. And so, but even hairstylists, they didn't know how to deal with that. And it's very interesting, like growing up in school, I was always made fun of my hair. Like the boys always made fun of my hair. And as well, like my full lips, like I always got teased about saying how I got stung by bees and stuff like that. And it was just, and people just, because you're different. But that's where, like, I had lost myself in trying to find my identity, and which is very interesting now. It's like my look is like the in thing. And that's where I've come to my journey of learning to love and accept myself. And it's so funny and it's ironic that, now it's this desired look with, not just saying my look, but it's in this, I guess, other races, injecting their lips to get fuller lips, or, now the curly hair is more accepted, and that's where this whole Black Girls movement comes into play, and I love it and I identify with it because I have accepted my natural beauty and, bringing the goddess out in me, and I'm, I hope and I am in works of inspiring, other young girls to do the same. And everything that I am doing and talking about or preaching about, or however you want to look at it, I'm only talking from my true experience because this is what I've gone through, and I'm, these are things that have helped me in my journey or have brought me here to my journey. And, I'm on it's a learning experience with you, but, in my heart, it's all out of love. And I genuinely just have a passion just to spread love to people, because I feel like there's just so much hate and sadness in this world. And, so many times I feel like people are like, they think, you can have conversations and people are like, oh, yes, that's an amazing idea. Or, yeah, that would be a great cause or whatever. But I'm like, yeah, like, so that's why we need to talk about it. That's why we need to do things. We need to inspire. We need to make changes. And it's like, you know, we have a voice. But I think a lot of times most people think like we can't do anything. Like, oh, that's too far out of my reach. I can't really do anything. But no, that's false, because if like everybody keeps saying that, then where are we going to get? You know, we're not going to really move forward. And that's why, you know, now we have a community that is using their voice. And I, especially now, like, I really support, like, Alicia Keys and her movement with, you know, the no makeup and, you know, the true beauty and going natural. I admire that, you know, and as well, like, I hope that, you know, women can also become aware of, you know, how to create their true beauty and radiance without the makeup, and also realize the harm that the makeup is doing, you know. And for me, like, yes, I do put makeup on when I go out, and that's why for me it's something that I've become more aware of. So now I look for different brands and different companies that, you know, cater to my needs and my awareness. And then I think that as well, I guess I hope to help to bring awareness in these discoveries and share with you guys, you know, things that I come across in my journey, and that can kind of help us bring our true beauty out. And so I know I haven't been sharing too much on different routines or products and stuff like that. I've kind of been MIA, taking a hiatus, but it's all been in a growing process and in a life experience right now. Like I said, it's brought me to the East Coast, and I'm, you know, just kind of really taking this time for some self-growth and really getting in touch with my roots as well. It's an interesting journey.
That's really good. Yeah, that's so inspiring to see, you know, how your transformation has been over the years, and especially in, you know, recent times. So how do you prepare for a photo shoot?
Well,
especially now from the healthy perspective that you have.
Yeah. Yes. Well, now, like, again, for me, it's all about lifestyle. So in everything, in order to make a positive decision and to have a radiating effect, like, you always want to bring your best you. So you want to always prepare yourself. And, I mean, if you follow my Snapchat, then you know, like, more of my beauty routines, because I post a lot of, like, my food, my meal prepping and my juices and my beauty routine. And, like, I'm really big into – hello?
Yeah, go ahead and plug your Snapchat.
Oh, yeah. Well, my Snapchat is just my name. It's Ariana Carde. It's ArianaCarde. So, yeah, you can follow me on there. You can get a little snippet of, like, my daily routines. And, again, like, I'm really big into self-care. So I really, everything, I mean, you have to be aware of all your surroundings. So I really, I like to prepare, whether it's before a photo shoot, like, I always, if I need to bring something, I'll prepare my bag ahead of time, my outfits, what I'm going to wear, and then, like, I like to clean my room and have it all, like, clean, and then I am very cognizant of, like, the music and especially, like, the images that or things that I'm reading before I go to bed. And I try to drink, well, I always try to drink a lot of water, but definitely I try to, like, hydrate before photo shoots, and facials are really a big thing. Like, I try so many different products, but I also do a lot of home, like, remedies. And yeah, I'm always trying different things, but I'm really big into pampering, taking care of your skin, moisturizing, doing hair masks. Coconut oil. Coconut oil is life. I use it for my whole life. Just coconut oil over everything. You can use it in your hair, your skin, teeth. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware, but you can use it like pretty much. This is I like to make a mixture, and I keep kind of like a mouthwash, and I'll mix coconut oil with mint oil, and you want to rinse your mouth before, like, for a few minutes, and you want to keep it in your mouth for as long and like swish it between your teeth because it's called oil pulling. And what that does is like pulls all the germs, the bacteria, plaque off of your teeth, and it whitens your teeth. So I also like to do stuff, to help whiten my teeth the night before a photo shoot. But again, I'm not big on chemicals, so I'm always trying to find natural alternatives in everything, in my facials, in my hair care, my nail care. Matter of fact, since now, speaking of nail care, I even started doing this new thing called SNS. It's like a nail, it's not a gel, it's not a lacquer. It's actually a powder, and it's made of like minerals and like has like vitamin E in it, and they don't use like a heat lamp to cure it on your hands, which I like because for me, I'm always like thinking of how could this be harmful, or like there could be always a better way, you know what I mean, like especially chemicals or different things. So like I had always looked at the lamp, like they're drying my hands out and like aging them, and I had read an article where there are cases of women getting skin cancer on their hands and stuff from doing gel, manicures. So, like, of course, you don't want to believe it because it's become a custom in our society and our culture to, to get manicures and especially gel right now. But I really like this new product that they came out with called SNS, again, which is like a mineral-based powder. And then they put like a clear nail polish over it, and it hardens just exactly like the gel. So I tried, doing manicuring my nails, getting my feet done, but I also do home, care and soaking your feet in, well, actually I like to take baths, so that's my thing. I like to soak my whole body, and I always am on my Snapchat. You'll see my bath rituals. I like to post my products or like my little bath bombs or different essential oils that I'll put in. You can use different essential oils to help, make you relax, or also help you detox. And you can also, add baking soda into your bath, which will help pull out toxins. And I also like, taking a hot bath, or if you can steam, because that's another way of hydrating your skin. Or you can even in the shower, letting it steam. Another great trick is honey. So it's funny, my bathroom kind of looks like a kitchen sometimes, because I have like all these kind of edible products in my bathroom. But, coconut oil and honey are a staple in my shower. And honey is great to use all over your skin. A, it's a natural exfoliant, and B, it is a natural bacteria or antibacterial. And it as well helps hold moisture to the skin. So it will give you kind of that glow effect. And so, I like to use it in the shower and kind of, steam with it and buff my skin. And then my skin always just feels glowy and supple after. And another great thing you could do with honey is create a face mask. And one of the face masks that I use or do is honey and turmeric, and that also will give you kind of like a glowing effect. Now you have to be careful with turmeric because turmeric can stain. But that's also kind of why it kind of gives you that glowing effect. but it's also very good for your skin too. It's also another, it has
awesome.
Healing properties.
I totally see Ariana coming out with a book because she has so many great tips to share with you all. As we are wrapping up your segment for the season, and I'm looking forward to having you back next season. If you will join us again on our cast, we look forward to having you after the new year. What is the most important tip to bring out your best and true golden self in photos?
Well, again, like I have been saying this whole season, is your inner, it's all about confidence. And again, it's that lifestyle and regimen and routine, and it's everything that you do on a day-to-day basis and learning to love yourself. Because again, at the end of the day, if you aren't truly happy with yourself, you're not accepting of yourself, you don't love yourself, you're going to portray that, and it's going to exude into your photos. So like, again, I will keep reiterating, it's all about learning who you are, accepting who you are, and looking in the mirror and just saying to yourself, I'm amazing, I am beautiful, I am a queen, I am a goddess, and truly accepting that, you know, and it's not even about believing it, it's about accepting that.
That's really good. Well, we want to thank you so much to Ariana Carday being with us this season for the Supermodel and You. We're glad to have you as one of the new castmates. One final time, please share with everyone how they can follow you and stay updated on social media and with your Wifey Fit brand.
Yeah, so you guys, you can follow me on and reach me on Facebook. I have a page for Wifey Fit on Facebook and Instagram, and I have, for me, my personal page on Instagram, and I have a page on Facebook, kind of more for my model work, and yeah, you can also, I guess, find me on my Snapchat. I'm starting to use it more, so I mean, if you guys are interested and want to see more, let me know, reach out to me, and I will continue to share my process, my journey, and hopefully motivate and inspire along the way.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ariana, and I look forward to seeing you next season and staying in touch.
Yes, I'll see you next season. Good night.
You're listening to the Sade Champagne Show on Grind Hard Radio. This is our Black Girls Rock special. Right now we have some more mini inspirational messages and live spoken word poetry from Ericka Arthur, a.k.a. Indigo Interlude, Amber J. Phillips, Kerry Coddett, J.Anise, and model Stikks, a.k.a. This Can Help Someone. These women are lighting it up in their careers and communities, impacting hundreds of thousands of lives all around the world through their voices, social media, creativity, entrepreneurship, and more. These queens are sharing why they are Black girls who rock and what it means to them. Also, they are giving you some vital words of encouragement. And at the end of this segment, I will be sharing with you all my Black Girls Rock story and why this means so much to me, and why I wanted to do this episode.
Hey, Stikks here. Happy to be on this show. This is such an amazing opportunity, and just really thankful to be asked to do this. Given who I am, I feel it's only right that I start off by saying this can help someone. I am a Black girl who rocks, and what that means to me is that I'm comfortable with who I am. I believe that exactly how I am, every nook and cranny in me, every weird varicose vein, every acne bump that I have, because I do struggle with acne, like, who cares? Like, I rock because everything about me makes me me, and I love it. I love it. I don't set out to be perfect. I don't set out to look like people on the magazines, because I know that's unrealistic. I don't set out to just seeking status. It's not about that. And what it means for other Black girls to rock is this: to to know that you are beautiful, to know that, you know, your bank account doesn't determine your worth. The amount of followers you have doesn't determine your worth. How many people are following you on Snapchat doesn't determine your worth. How many likes you get on Instagram, how many people share your posts on Facebook, it doesn't determine your worth, because at the end of the day, you rock, and you got to know that for yourself. I can tell you all day. I can post about it all day. I can write statuses about it all day saying, hey, you rock. But until you look yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, you know what, I do rock. You know what, I am beautiful. You know what, I don't care about the lies people told me. I don't care the lies what guys told me. I don't care the lies what teachers told me. I don't care about the lies that whoever told you. For you to be able to look at yourself and say, despite of all of the lies that was told to me, despite of the statistics that are lined up against me, I still rock. You know, no matter what situation you were born into, you know, you're not going to have a pity party. You're going to pick yourself up and say, hey, I can make the most out of it. My past doesn't determine where I'm going. You know, that's a black girl who rocks, where you're not, you know, looking down on yourself, or you're not looking down on others to bring yourself up. That ain't cool. So yes, I am a black girl that rocks, and I'm a black girl that rocks because I'm determined to let everyone know that, hey, you rock too. Yes, black girl, white girl, Asian, like, I don't care what you are. You need to know that you are beautiful, that you matter, that you were born for greatness, that there's special things about you. Do you know how many people never hear the words, you are special? Well, I'm Stikks here, and I'm here to say, hey, you are special, and guess what, black girl? You rock. We rock. Let's go. Stikks here, and this can help someone. This will help someone.
I am a black girl who rocks, not only on the mic, but a black girl that rocks in everyday life. From the tight coils in my hair that shine to the melanin in my skin. Self-love runs deep within. I'm proud of my reflection. When I look in the mirror, I see life, a gift from above, confidence, peace, love, excellence. The world will continue to spin on its axis, but knowing who you are is better than any world atlas. You will find your way. You will never be lost. So look in the mirror. Know your truth. You rock, black girl. I believe in you. This is J.Anise, and I am a black girl who rocks.
Hi, my name is Amber J. Phillips, and I'm the Senior Manager of Youth Leadership and Mobilization at Advocates for Youth. Advocates for Youth is an amazing reproductive rights and sexual health organization that really works to make sure that young people across this country and internationally have the information they need to live their best and healthiest sexual lives and have information to do so. I believe that black girls rock, and what that means to me is really highlighting how black women in our many different forms, black women and girls, are folks who are really working to make the best of themselves, our communities, and why I enjoy working with groups like the Young Women of Color Leadership Council at Advocates for Youth, because we really highlight that black girls rock, and one of the very amazing values of them is that they also make room for not just themselves but all folks and all women of color to have access to justice and their rights. And I'm very honored to be a black girl who rocks, and I'm so excited that you're pulling this together to highlight all the amazing black girls and our contribution to our communities and families and to ourselves, which is the most important. So go black girls.
My sister, I see you. I see you tired and weary and feeling ignored, but you're not alone. What's that? Oh, you see me too. Yes, we're out here struggling at times and soaring at others, but we're not alone. Empowered by He who sits on the throne, watching and not wondering. We're not alone. Your children, they're growing up so strong, inside and out. It's because of you. I heard he left. Mine did too. But we're not alone. For it is He who sits on the throne and watches, seeing all. You're strong. I'm familiar with your song. It's a song that's too familiar for many of our sisters. But we're not alone. For He who sits on the throne is watching, empowering. And a story, the story that's being written, oh, I peeked ahead. And it ends in an amazing way. Sister, you're strong. Stronger than you think you are. That's just me on the sidelines. No, not side eyes, sidelines, cheering you on. My sister, you're not just being seen. You're being seen as strong.
Hey, this is Kerry Coddett. I'm a comedian, a writer, an actress, and I also happen to be a black girl who rocks. When people ask me what is my proudest accomplishment, I always say it's graduating from high school on time, no summer school, 4 years. And they're always like, how could that be? You auditioned for SNL, you're on MTV, you were on Comedy Central. How is high school your greatest feat? And that's because I didn't even know if I was going to make it out alive, y'all. I started high school when I was 12 years old because I got skipped twice, so I was always super young, 2 years younger than everybody else. I got accepted to one of the largest gifted high schools in the city, and I was just overwhelmed by the people, by the choices, by everything, and I didn't go to class. I started cutting, I started fighting, I joined the gang, I became Crip, I got sliced by blood on my face when I was 13, and pretty soon I got kicked out of that gifted school because you can't be in a gifted school acting like you stupid. So not only did I get kicked out of that school, I got kicked out of the other 2 schools that I went to after that because apparently I learned my lesson the first, second, and third time. So by the time I went to my 4th and final high school, it was senior year, and I had only had enough credits to be a sophomore. And I was like, no, I did not get skipped twice to get left back twice. That will not be the Kerry Coddett legacy. So, Miss Guidance Counselor Lady, what I'm going to need you to do is approve all of these credits for me so I can take all of these classes so I can get out on time. And that white guidance counselor lady looked at me and laughed like a deep, hearty, throaty laugh, threw her head back. I could see her missing back molars. Like, she laughed in my face and was like, no, there's no way you're getting out of here within the next year. You're going to be in here for another 2 to 2.5 years if you're lucky, because you're nothing but a thug and a gangster. Look at you. I know you. I know your type. I've seen your transcript. It's not happening. And I'm like, lady, what I wanted to be is like, you don't know me. You don't know my life. You don't know what I'm capable of. You don't know my struggle. And you don't know my mother. And Marie does not play that. So my mother went up to the school and said whatever she had to say to get the guidance counselor to approve all the classes for me. So I had a zero period. I took away my lunch and added a class. I added a 8th and 9th period to class. I went to night school 4 times a week. I found out they had Saturday school. I was up in Saturday school. There was winter school. I was up in school on winter recess. Do y'all hear me? When everybody was on Christmas break for the little 2-3 weeks, your girl was in class, okay? And you know what I did? I graduated on time in June. No summer school, on time, like I said I would. And it felt so great. It felt so great that I didn't even stop there. I went to college, and I graduated at 19 years old because I was like, ooh, let's see if you can get out early. I used the high school hustle, used that for college, and I graduated at 19 with a double bachelor's, cum laude, and a triple minor. Like, who said black girls don't rock again? I'm sorry, miss. Did you ever doubt me? Like, come on. And that's the beauty in who we are. You can't deny us. You can't tell us who we need to be, where we're going to go. Don't ever let anybody define your destiny. So never let anybody tell you what you can and can't do, how to wear your hair, how to walk, how to talk. No. You're going to be as great as you want to be. Work hard, be determined, be motivated, and remember that somebody is always doing something that somebody else said they could never do. And that's why black girls rock, because we do this every single day. Slay all day. Another day, another slay. My name is Kerry Coddett.
I knew before my radio show even started that I wanted to have a Black Girls Rock episode. And I knew that I wanted to have at least one per season. I didn't get the chance to last season, but I knew that when I did this season, it was going to be phenomenal. Growing up, I always struggled with truly loving myself and seeing myself the way that God sees me. I always wanted to look and be like people who were the exact opposite of me. It's only been the past 4 to 5 years of my life that I've really grown in an awareness and consciousness of who God created me to be, that I've grown in an understanding of how loved and valuable I am. I have never fit in a box. I don't think and believe and live a life or even in a career that's like many of the people I know my age or even people who look like me. And I used to question those things. Why was I made so different? Why did I have to feel like such an oddball and such an alien and unicorn? But now I love who I am. I love myself as I am. I am not a car or a machine that needs to be worked on or fixed. I am perfect. I am a metamorphosis in transition. I am continuing to transform. I am continuing to blossom and bloom, but it's coming from a place of deep eternal wealth and not of trying to fit in or trying to win the approval of others. And it feels so good to be able to love myself as I am and love other people as they are. I can see all these beautiful women who are on the show tonight, all the beautiful women who cross my path, and celebrate them. I can encourage them and empower them. I don't have to try to look like them or be like them. And I have never been more proud and more glad and more thankful to be in my own skin. I love my melanin. I love my smile. I love my features. I love my hair. I love every part of my body, all the muscles, all the curves, even the stretch marks, even the dimples. Every single part of me makes me the beauty and the splendor of who I am. And I want to encourage you, to every black girl and every black woman who's listening, and even women and girls who are not black, who are not African American. You are phenomenal. You were created out of greatness for greatness. Never allow the world to cut away your soul and to shrink your mind and your being to fit into the image of what they want you to look like. Who you are is good enough. I just posted yesterday and I was thinking about this. If I try to be and look like someone else, who will be me? If I try to look like and be someone else, who will be me? There are specific things, dreams, lessons, talents, gifts, etc., that only I can fulfill and do in this world, and the same thing goes for you. You are magical. You are a goddess. You are powerful. You are such a gift to this world. If you've been looking for encouragement to keep going, to not quit, to know how phenomenal you are, this is it. Tonight is it. I am a black girl
who rocks, and I am Sade Champagne. You are a black girl who rocks, and if you're not a black girl who's listening to this, you are still a phenomenal, amazing, astounding, terrific woman or girl who rocks. Thank you to everyone who tuned in tonight for our Black Girls Rock special episode. Thank you for downloading, subscribing, and sharing my radio show. Next week is our special The Voice episode. We will have many celebrity guests coming through, including Season 2's first ever hip-hop contestant of this show, Moses Stone. We will also have a brand new Sharing Your Story with Ayakunle segment, Living with Fearless Joy with Rick and Melissa Wood segment, Motivational Moments with Lisa segment, What's Going On with Christina Renee segment, and Wellness Made Simple with Veronica segment. Thanks to Grindhard Radio for the opportunity to create my own radio show. I can't believe we only have 4 more episodes until our Season 2 finale. Thanks to Travis Miller for creating and producing my theme song, and to Scott Swish for mixing the song. Thanks to my special celebrity guest, Dr. Jael The Great. Also thank you to Ericka Arthur, a.k.a. Indigo Interlude, Tiffany Dena Loftin, Eboni Erica, a.k.a. Tulala1, Charisse Christine, Kamiil Lynee Al-Hassan, Amber J. Phillips, Kerry Coddett, J.Anise, and Model Stikks, a.k.a. This Can Help Someone. I couldn't have imagined a better show tonight and more amazing and phenomenal guests to bring on. These ladies shared everything that was in my heart, and they were able to accurately and beautifully and so magically convey the goddesses that we as black women and girls are, and that all women and all girls are. Our final song of the night is Michelle Williams with Believe in Me. I want you to really think about the songs you've been listening to tonight and know that you can play this episode whenever. You can go back and listen to it when you're feeling discouraged, when you're wondering about your purpose, when you're wondering if your life matters, when you're wondering if you are beautiful, if you have big dreams and visions that you should go after, if you're brilliant. We want to remind you that you are. We're praying for you. We're standing with you. We're here for you. And together we will continue to overcome. Thanks for listening to the Sade Champagne Show, and see you next Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Pacific Time right here on Grindhard Radio.
Where dreamers dream, where dreams come true. There's no limit to what we can do. Turning no's to yes, leaving doubt behind, releasing the stress. We were born to shine.